What capitalism does to our economy. I'm also interested in that, and also in research how communities cooperate, collaborate, and create their own systems outside of the capitalist system. When I moved here and became an immigrant and realized the situation, the labor conditions of immigrants, I didn't even have to make the decision, but I made it like a purpose of my life to work on this, no, not only as an artwork, but my life in general, no, to advocate, to make visible, to amplify, so these struggles of the immigrant community in any way I can. I became an immigrant 17 years ago, and in spite of having privileges because of my color skin and my network, I realized the situation of immigrant labor in New York City, and I started getting close to organization and workers and start thinking about labor, more focus more about labor. And since I consider myself a social engaged artist, so I work also in relation to social issues. So the way that I work is I get together with the community, I listen, we have some discussions, dialogues, and we decide what are the issues that they are interested to work on. And in relation to that, we pick a medium that usually is photography, video, or could be an action, and we work towards that. So I've been working in this subject for 18 years. I'm learning constantly, and it's like also making mistakes, learning from it and continue, no? I know I am a better person to tell this than the person that started telling the story at this point. But I'm not completely sure that I has to be the person to do it. And because of that, part of the project is giving the space for the actors to tell the story themselves, no? So it's something that also, it took me a lot of work because as an artist, also we tend that to know what to do or to think that it's going to be better, but this learning process of listening, taking a step back, and then making sure that I'm listening, and then continue, no? It's hard for the ego of the artist, but it's something that is necessary as part of this work, no? To make sure that the voice is being listened, no? The voice of the immigrant is being listened. Giving the space for the immigrant community to express themselves and amplify the message is already challenging the stereotypes, no? Because it's a different thing that you are listening to. At the same time, it's the life of the immigrants to constantly challenge these stereotypes. Another way that I do it is just expressing the beauty of being an immigrant, not looking to just to challenge that, oh no, we are not criminals, I have to explain myself, I'm a good person and all that, but living my life in full, no, with my families, their celebrations, so showing that, I think, is a way of just expressing themselves without thinking of what do they have to challenge. I'm more worried about working with the community than how it's going to be perceived. I always push the participants of the workshop, the people I work with, to think of themselves as a fully functional, fully human being, no? Not only to talk about their labor and how much they make or how productive they can be, but also about their full humanity. When I think of community engagement, I think about participation. As a teacher, if I go to a room, I have a privilege. We are not the same. I'm going to give knowledge and people are going to receive the knowledge and do something, no? But I understand the engagement when there is a portion that is created by the people participating. To have the community engagement, to have very little expectations, and to really be open about the outcomes, to be open to change the course, because if I know exactly what's going to happen in this project, I'm not taking into account the community. So I think it's something very important. It's hard for the artists to do that because we have an idea of aesthetics and we have all these things, but I think we have to be open to these changes. The method of community engagement that I use is encounters, be with people. No, so I call it a worker studio because I would meet with workers in a studio salon, in an art salon, way, get together and make art with the skills that they have. So maybe they're carpenters, builders, or domestic workers, or they know how to sew. They have different skills, no? So I think another thing in community engagement is to go into a community with the knowledge that they are expert in something in their own lives, and they have skills that are valuable for this project too. Be open to change course and constantly ask yourself if you are listening. It's not only that we created a project about collaboration and cooperation because they had their own mutual aid circles, but also getting together was this other project where we felt better being in community, and also we realized that we can be useful to each other, no? And that's how two workers connect, and the group of Mujeres en Movimiento did something for this group of cooperatives. They did the aprons, no, with their sewing machines. And then I had another connection, so I did like a small fundraising around my friends, and I got 5 sewing machines that I gave away to different group of women. For the participants, I want them to have an internal, breakthrough, and something that help them in their shadows, in their obscurity, and they help them also to be proud of who they are and that they are able to communicate what they want. Through the process that we do, they can realize the leadership that they have inside, no, the leader that they are and that they could be among their own communities. I hope inspire something, because as an immigrant, the message is you have to assimilate, no, kind of be American. So I think that taking pride in your culture, pride in who you are, no, and your clothing, and that's also a message. You can do it too. And for the employers, I want them to realize exploitation. Who are they exploiting? Who are those peoples that they have life celebrations, their humanity? And I like to do those cross-pollinations. No, I see the museum as a white space, even though they try very hard all these diversity initiatives. So I like to bring to the museum or to these art spaces these things about abolish ICE, no, about all the immigrations, because there's people that this thinking of an immigrants give them the entitlement to exploit them. Patriarchy has left us behind, made us believe we are not good enough, we don't know how to do it, we need to ask permission and things like that. So I think the We Women initiative of making a space for women artists, women voices to be heard are important. I don't think our job is done. It's still the same, happening in all the areas, no? And it's present in everything, also in our community, the communities we work with. So I think it's very important to have the amplification of female voices, female vision. The anti-patriarchal work is never done, no? So it's something that we have to do, and everything that I said is related to this, no? Everything that I said, because working with domestic workers, that they have the obligation of doing all the social unpaid labor, the social reproduction and all the unpaid labor, and this idea that we have to ask for permission to do everything. I think it also aligns with me always trying to work with women, no, and trying to work in the empowerment of women. So we are in the same page with women.